Hey everybody, welcome back. Super late on the monthly prediction for heroes. I am working to change how I do these in the future. Um, and more or less just kind of rolling them into the tracker content as well. I have a preview for you for what it's going to look like, but I figured too much change too quickly would freak some of you guys out, so I don't want to do that. Um, so we'll do just the regular, legendary prediction thing that I've been doing for almost a decade now. And then probably the next hero track, you might see something a little different. So, that said, thanks to everybody who turned out for Everyday May. I know it's not technically over yet. We still have like almost a week left, but yeah, it's been fun. I genuinely I enjoy streaming and talking with you guys. So okay, all right, let's talk. Upcoming. Nothing has changed with this since the last time I've talked about this, outside of we now have Fallen Banner included, which is fine. That's cool. But you can see a very dense collective of green frames outside of red, which is nice. Mostly colorless and blue, which I don't know has changed that much. But honestly, it really doesn't do much for the standard pool when they keep doing that. Because colorless is easily one of the worst ones to pull on, like, just 5-star new heroes for that pool. And they keep introducing limited options that aren't going into that pool, so it's a little confusing. But overall, Hector's still out there, Midir is still out there, and then you have the Engage banner that's been parsed a little bit, and then all the new stuff with Alm and Nui Baba and Noma and those guys onward. So let's talk about May. Okay, May is this, and it is ultimately pretty heavily skewed to red, which is nice. I'm assuming that it's going to be a legendary. I don't know. Frankly, they don't want to tell us. so it doesn't really matter what I think. Frankly, it just kind of depends on what they feel like that month, I guess. I have so many negative feelings about them obscuring more information from us when they were going to be transparent about it, and then they just kind of stopped doing that, and then they outrightly said, yeah, it's a 1 in 3. Good luck, I guess. I get why they're doing that. I don't like that they're capitalizing on FOMO, but there's gonna come a time, because I know a lot of you guys out there are like, well, the pattern, but like the minute they deviate from that pattern, y'all are gonna flip your minds and be like, oh my god, I can't believe they would just pull the rug out from us like that. It's gonna be an Ira banner situation all over again. Early players will know what I'm talking about when I say that, but I can see a perfect storm of that happening. It's much better to just be transparent with what you're going to put out. You put out a calendar, for crying out loud. You just fill out the calendar. Just put it on the events calendar. Anyway, nothing else beyond that. Blue is going to be really bad. Almost assuredly, blue is going to be bad. Colorless is going to be probably pretty good, and green probably not worth it. I would assume. I know you all want Corrin, but so when you fuse those things together, what are you left with? I think we're probably going to end up seeing Yunaka down in colorless, which makes that share incredible, by the way. And then maybe Midir in blue. I say maybe, because what they have done is ultimately pair a rearmed or attuned with an aided or an Ascended. Okay. Now, Ascendeds are not limited. I also don't know that we're going to see Ascended heroes anymore. So, it may not matter. But typically they don't run rearmed and attuned together because they're the same kind of duplicative mechanic for skill sharing and things like that. And you actually lose the hero when you inherit skills from them. But aided heroes are not the same, and you get, the essence multiple times, no matter how many times you summon them, which is different from the ascended heroes. And anyway, it's really cool to see the progression at the state of which they're implementing a mechanic where they're like, that really didn't work last time. Maybe we should make it infinite. Yeah. Okay. So that said, the thing that I think could be bad is if they choose to put Nui Baba in blue. And I say that because then you would technically have a rearmed and an aided hero at the same time, which, my opinion, would not be great for that particular color share. Okay. So I almost want blue to be a complete wash. I almost think that would be better, honestly. But I would anticipate a red legendary. I don't know who that would be at this point. We did see the introduction of legendaries like Ira. So you could see some secondary or even tertiary characters kind of take the spotlight here. Because I feel like most of the main lords who are sword-based have already, that said, there's a lot of engage options that haven't had legendaries yet. And obviously we've had like the Alirs, Lumeras, characters like that, but we haven't seen the other like region leaders, if you will. They've all kind of popped up as like attuned options or rearmed options. So I don't know. You might see something like that. There's potential there, I think. But ultimately, I feel like it's going to be one of those other like head scratchers like Ira, where it's like, oh, okay. The preview of what I think we're going to do from here on out in terms of coverage. This is, I don't know that I would call it a tracker, or a forecast maybe. Forecast might be a more appropriate term now. But you can see with like the double special down there, I've added a prediction. And then obviously my prediction up here for the new banner. That's what I think I'm going to try and roll out with the hero tracker forecaster thing that I try to drop day of the new legendary mythic emblem banner release. Because again, I feel like their lack of, not even a lack of transparency, their active work against being transparent on these banners, that didn't sit well with me. So I'm gonna try and do what I can to make as much known as possible about what's coming out when, so that you guys don't necessarily feel like you're succumbing to FOMO or anything like that. And then, if it's beyond just this one, maybe we'll do like a mid-month update, or maybe I'll just update it as it goes. If it's something that doesn't require a video, or I don't feel like it fits a video, I'm trying to figure out what fits certain formats better. Because when I started doing this years and years and years ago, we didn't have things like community posts on YouTube, for example. And there was really just kind of Twitter or Facebook. So I'll share this out and update it throughout the month. And if it's video worthy, I'll make a video on it. If it is just kind of like minor updates, I'll post it on socials, and then, put like patch notes, update notes, with the post. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Cause it's just, there's so many, bro. And it's kind of overwhelming. It's overwhelming to think about. So I wanna be helpful, but I also don't want to over spam stuff. Um, so this is, I think, the future of what I'm going to be working towards in terms of updating trackers and forecasters and predictions and all that stuff. So hopefully that sits well with you. It's a little more condensed and more information than maybe you wanted, but ultimately it's really just adding a prediction to stuff, which I think might be helpful. I don't know. But that's that. We probably don't have to wait too long to find out who the new legendary mythic emblem option is at the end of the month. So look forward to finding that out. And remember, it's a good day because emblem emblem Micaiah is probably coming in June. So very cool, very pog. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a like if this helps, or leave any comments about how I'm taking this directionally. If you feel like commenting, and I will see you in the next one.